Welcome back. We're here with my fill-in guest host, Debbie Love. Thank you so much for being here again.
My pleasure.
No, that was a fun interview.
That was fun.
Yeah, I love talking to kids. You can get the most unusual answers out of them if you wait long enough.
My favorite quote was after we were off the air,
Yeah.
one of the young ladies said, "I did not realize I would be so famous at such a young age."
Well, and just think what's happening next year and the year after that.
Exactly.
I mean, it just expounds on top of that.
Exactly.
Well, you have a book in your hand from
do.
our next guest, Ruth Apollani, and welcome back. She was here last year, I think, was it not?
Yes, it was May 16th, I think.
Okay, now,
last year.
is this the book that you were working on, or is it a new book?
No, this is the book.
Okay.
Yeah, it took a whole lot longer than I thought, the whole
Of course
process.
it did.
So, yeah, my editor, once I spoke to her, told me that it usually takes a year from the time of production.
But this is a huge accomplishment to get to the point where you actually have the book in your hand. What was that feeling like when you first saw the book? Were they in boxes?
Well, the very first book that I looked at was the one that I had to make changes in and that kind of stuff. So it looked a little bit different. It was a lot pinker, just because they put it through the printer a whole lot faster.
Right.
And so my initial response was, "It's pink." It was really pink. It was really, really pink. That was my ultimate response. But then I was just like, oh, after all this work, I finally have something I can hold.
Yeah.
Finally. And
It's a great accomplishment. I'm sure that you feel that way.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I stopped in at Hastings here at Mountain Home, and so I actually saw it on a bookshelf in the bookstore.
Now, did you take the book in and put it on the shelf yourself? How'd that work?
No. They actually ordered them.
So they ordered that. It's being shown in different bookstores. Is that right?
I'm actually going to have a signing in Hastings on July 28th, and so they are ordering them to get them in.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let's talk about your book a minute. I know the last time, and I can't remember all the details, but you were in the final processes of the final editing, I think?
Actually, it hadn't even begun yet at that, So
it's a long process, isn't it?
It is. It is a very long process. So the first stage is copy editing, which goes in and looks at grammar and punctuation and all that spacing and everything like that. And then the conceptual editing begins, and that usually takes about 3 months. I took...
now, do you do the editing yourself?
My editor has it for a month, and she gives it back to me for a month, and I actually took 2 months because it's such a large book. It's so long.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
It is a big book, yeah.
And then I went back to her, and then she sent it back to me, and then I had to sign saying I approved of it, and so that's the editing process.
Yeah.
When I initially got back the information she sent to me, there was 3 pages of notes that she had written to me, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure I want to have this published. This is going to be a lot of work.
Well, and that's probably true for most writers. They just want to write. They don't want to go through the process of marketing and get it sold and distribution and all that.
Yeah, but you have to. So
yeah.
Doing interviews like this.
Yeah. This is your first book.
It is.
But you've written stories before. I mean, short stories.
Not really.
Okay. Now, do you write poems? I may be getting you confused with somebody else. I'm sorry, but I thought that you may have written other things. This is your brainchild,
This is my
right?
baby.
That's your baby. Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on the sequel for it right now. I haven't signed any contracts or anything like that yet, but I'm working on it.
I'm sure they're wanting to see how well this does in bookstores, right?
Yeah. But all my readers want the sequel like yesterday. So.
so you have people that have already read your book?
Yeah. I think I first received my books in either late February or early March, and I just sold them to people I know, my coworkers, and just people around the community. And I've sold 153 to people around. So
well, that's good.
What inspired you to write a book?
Yeah. Jeanette Oakes books, and I know I said this the last time. Hers are Christian books, and so I kind of got the idea of you know, bringing your faith into a book through her. And then I was a small group leader at the confirmation class at my church, and I just thought, you know, is there a way that you could catechize through a novel? And so this is my attempt. So there's a lot about the sacraments in here, and you know, a lot of the Catholic faith.
So would this appeal to just Catholics? Would they understand it more, or you trying to get this out to just everyone?
It's for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, probably most of my readers aren't Catholic, and they love it. So.
Could you give us a brief synopsis of someone out there that's probably watching the show that would say, I don't know anything about the book. Who's the character? What should I be interested in wanting to buy the book?
Sure. The book starts out with Annabelle, and she's been kidnapped, and she's 5 years old, and she's hiding in a cave. And it's on pretty much a deserted island, except there's a hermit there, and he's there for his own reasons. And he raises her and teaches her how to survive and how to defend herself, and teaches her about the sacraments and everything that she's missing out by not being where there are priests. And eventually she gets off the island and she has to find her way home. And there is a lot more to it than that, because it's 367 pages.
Okay.
But I don't want to ruin anything.
Now this is on bookshelves now.
It is available at Amazon.com
Okay.
and BarnesandNoble.com and from TatePublishing.com. Tate also has it as an ebook, so you can get it as an ebook. And I think there is a way to download an application so that it will work for both the Nook and Kindle somehow. So.
Right. But you're going to be at Hastings, you said, in West Plains? Is that right, or is it here in Mountain Home?
Here in Mountain Home. On July 28th, I'll be in Hastings. This weekend, actually, June 2nd and 3rd, I'm going to be at St. Mary's Catholic Church in West Plains. And I'll be doing a book signing there, and that goes along with their 47th annual chicken barbecue that they're having.
Yeah, I read that,
So.
Well, that'll be good. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
I'm kind of excited to see how the process evolves from one novel to maybe 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Good. Well, good luck to you. Thanks for coming on the show. All right, thank you.
So
Up next, we're going to talk with, I think we're going to talk with Linda Masters. Yes, we are. We're going to talk about the Baxter Bulletin, and it's going to be about food and nutrition for children on summer vacation. Did I get that right? Let's talk about it in just a couple minutes. Stay with us.